Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the Just Ski Swimming Podcast. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Mr. Adrian Jackson, and we're back in the studio again with another great episode for you. And you already know who I got with me, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr.
1, 3. No, I'm just playing.
Okay, there we go again. It's glad to have you back, Mr. 1, pause, 3.
We're gonna make that cut too.
We're gonna make that cut.
That's just kind of fire when I cut the music real quick.
It is, bro. It is. And I always love it. I love your 1, 3 pauses. It's always smooth. But everything good with you today, bro?
Yeah. I've been having like a great last 7 days so far. So it's been cool. And then also check out the new beat that dropped on SoundCloud. Okay. I put the slowed and the actual speed version. I think it's pretty fire. So yeah, just go ahead and check that out, please.
Okay, yes. Please make sure to check out the SoundCloud, and also bring us back to our other sponsor for the day, Mr. T's Max Production, who has dropped the Chakra Healing Project. The Chakra Healing Project is a tool to help you tune and balance your chakra energy centers. It's good for deep breathing and meditation, or just going about your day. It helps you calm your surroundings, and relax yourself. Play the recording, which will create the match for your particular chakra needs. This will help you relax and balance. So please go check out the Chakra Healing Project, brought to you by T's Mac Productions. You can find it available on Apple Music or wherever you download your music from.
Sounds good. I'm excited for that.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for it too. I'm listening to tonight. Hey man, yes, already. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we have a very, very special episode coming for you guys, and this is the episode that we've been trying to get together for the last 2 months now. But finally, we got our schedules worked out. We got everybody in the building. So I'm bringing back a very, very special guest to us, Miss RaeAnna. Welcome back to the microphone. How we doing today?
Hey guys, it's going good. How have you guys been?
We're doing good. I love you. Hey guys. Your podcast starts like that too. Hey guys. I love you.
Intro slate for YouTube, for sure.
It's just like habit, I guess.
No, it's perfect though. It's beautiful. I love it. But we're good. How you been? Everything good?
Yeah, it's just been busy. Really busy. Life is just kind of crazy.
Right.
And now we're kind of getting back into the winter, fall months, and holidays, and the kids are back to school. I'm traveling a lot. My man's traveling a lot, so it's just been a lot.
Right, life is being life, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm just gonna say. I'm glad to have you back. I'm glad we finally got to be able to do this today. I feel we have a really good episode coming, and I feel we have a really good topic for the day too. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Cool with you guys?
Yep.
All right,
yeah.
Cool. So for today's topic, we want to talk about the process of unlearning, relearning, or learning something.
Okay.
So I really don't know the title for it yet, but my mindset is there are a lot of things in life that we have learned over time that we're probably wrong or incorrect, and we have to learn how to unlearn something, or maybe even relearn something that we learned a long time ago that we just forgot how to do. Or, we just lost this part of us and we have to relearn how to do it, So I kind of just want to have a discussion about that today, about unlearning things and such like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to lead right to my very, very first question, which is, why do you think we have to unlearn or relearn things in life?
So when I think about that, unlearning process, I think of things like maybe that we picked up, whether it be in childhood or maybe a cultural thing that was just kind of ingrained into us, and then when we got out into the world or a different situation and we're oh hey, maybe this isn't actually gonna work out.
Right.
So for me, growing up, I was very just quiet and shy and get straight A's and do what I'm told, because then my parents won't be mad, because my parents are always mad at each other, or they're mad at my brothers, so I'm gonna be the good one, right?
I 100% feel that.
And you know what that did to me? That made me a people pleaser, and that made me a doormat, and that made me have a lot of issues with friends and relationships. So unlearning those patterns.
Right. Yes. No, I fully agree with you on that one, because same with me. I was the same type of child. I was the middle child. older brothers, older siblings, blended family, you know, separated and whatnot. So I was the same way of the idea of I want everybody to like me. You know, so that would make you say yes to things that you don't really want to say yes to, but you don't want to let that person down. Yeah. So you always say yes to things like that. You don't want to go this place, but you say yes because you want to be there. You know, you laugh at all the jokes. You know, you cook the meals, you do the stuff you don't want to do, pick up the slack for people. Yeah. And I think that right there is something that I'm really trying to unlearn, the idea that I don't have to please everybody. You know, I can just be myself and be who I want to be, and it's okay to say no. You know, so that's one thing for me for sure.
I was gonna say, well, it definitely has its seasons though, because I mean, for that moment in time when we did learn that initially, that's how we had to survive to get through school or, you know, growing up in general. To cope, yeah. But I mean, again, same thing with being like a people pleaser and stuff like that. It's to the point where I have to unlearn a lot of that in terms of just being more assertive for what I want and not being, like you said, a doormat. Because it just gets you in some like shitty situations, especially like within a intimate relationship, because you let things fly when you shouldn't be letting it. Like you know, you get hurt in some type of way, but you're not voicing it because you're like, I can handle it. It's funny enough, I went to the chiropractor for the first time on Friday, and the chiropractor asked me, he's like, can you tolerate a lot of pain? I'm like, yeah. And I was like, that's kind of not a good thing, because you'll just sit through a lot of pain. You know, he was kind of like posing it as like a physical pain, but I mean that also translates within the spiritual and emotional as well.
Yeah, physical, mental. Yeah, that's deep. That's made me think about football. Get up and walk it off, rub some dirt in it. You ain't supposed to rub your dirt in your cut, you know. Like,
yo, small derail, right? So remember I was telling you I was doing the dorm flag football league, because it was co-ed, and then I was on the field, and somebody said, "Oh yeah, she got hurt." I'm like, "Oh, just spit on it or like rub some dirt on it." Her pinky was like bent like that. Oh my God. I was like, "Oh, I am so sorry. I did not say that joke."
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I mean, it just goes to show, like, you can't ignore, like,
the pain.
You can't ignore the pains. You have to address it. Like, how you react to it's also important, but, like, you still need to address those type of things. Right. You can't do that while being a doormat.
No, and I fully agree with you. I think that's one thing, you know, for me personally, that's one thing I'm really trying to unlearn, you know, unlearn ignoring the pain. You know, definitely my pain. You know what I'm saying? I used to ignore my pain a lot because I used to think that I can take it. You know, I can take the suffering. It's me. I'm strong.
Right.
You know, I don't want nobody else to suffer, but I can take it. And Dad actually said to me this weekend, he was like, you know, you gonna be at your grandma's house, ask one of your brothers to give you a ride home. And I was like, nah, Dad, that's kind of messed up. You know, I don't want nobody driveway over there for you. He's like, well, you do it for them, no? So why not you ask them to do it? They'll ask you.
Good ass point.
You know, and I was like, you're right. You know, let me just try to see what happens, because I do it for them. Why wouldn't they do it for me? So yes, I love that. It's cool. So that's gonna bring me to my next question. Is we're gonna start with Ray on this one. What is something you truly had to unlearn in your life? And besides the people pleaser part, let's do the serious and not so serious. You know, I'm sure it's probably some unserious things that you're like, oh, wow, I have to relearn this, or unlearn this. You know.
So you want something not serious?
Yes, not serious.
Okay, yeah.
Not
serious. That was a pretty heavy topic.
Okay.
Let's not serious first. We can get deeper later.
Gosh, I feel like I've had like a lot of blonde moments in my life, maybe, where it's just like, oh, that's not how you do that. Like, I'm trying to think of something specific. I'm just like.
I know the example you gave me earlier was the lights in the car.
Oh yeah. So, you know, like when you were younger and you turn like the light on inside the car and your parents would be like, oh, you can't do that, we're gonna get pulled over, it's illegal.
Yeah.
And like I just recently, within like the last year or so, like realized it's not illegal.
I remember the day like Dad and Mom was doing that.
They used to lose their minds.
I was like, what's the problem though? It's just a light. But I don't know. My fault.
No, I agree with you though. I think that right there, like, you know, it's something small, but it's like it was drilled in your head as a child, you know what I'm saying? And you can't just believe in this is truth. This is fact. This is so real, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so I got a funny one, actually. I'm just now thinking about it today. It blew my mind. Talking to my coworker today, shout out Tiffany. She was talking about when she used to clean her DVDs and CDs, she used to throw them in the toilet. And then flush the toilet. And the toilet would clean the CDs.
What?
Who? Deep, right? Tiffany, the one you just met, the one I gave the keys back to. That's crazy, right? And I was like, that's something I would have never even thought of. Like, there was two things that went in the toilet. Your waste and the little scrubbing thing to clean it with. And that was it. You know what I'm saying?
I can add bugs to that.
Bugs.
Dead goldfish.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Yeah, but I would never thought that you throw a CD in there, you know.
To clean it?
Yeah, but you know, that wasn't an unlearn or relearn, but it was like interesting. I heard of toothpaste. I heard of you know, alcohol pads, all this stuff. Throwing in the toilet and just rinsing it. That was deep. That was deep.
I mean, to say that it doesn't work, like I can't say that it wouldn't work. I haven't tried it. I'm pretty sure it worked for her.
I'm sure it worked for her. She said she did her whole life, you know.
Yeah.
And it worked for her, and then it's like, that's very interesting. But back to the true topic though. Something I had to unlearn. I'm sorry, that was something on my mind. It's been rocking my mind all day. I'm like, I have no idea that was a real thing.
Was she taught that, or she just like?
Man, she said her brothers and sisters do it all the time. Like, I don't know if she was taught it, and I need to ask her that. How did she learn that?
Yeah.
Like, I think
I'm just curious.
That's funny.
That's deep, right?
That's funny.
But I think one of the things I truly unlearned was, I think it was, I had it too. Oh my gosh. It was the, what I'll tell you about, the Gatorade thing. So the juices and the waters and the Gatorade and stuff. So, you know, I was always the assumption that when you're working out, you need to drink Gatorade. You know what I'm saying? You need to get the electrolytes and stuff. But then one random day, I was just like, I want to research this and just look it up. So I started watching like streams on YouTube and stuff, social media. But and then I found some videos, and the dude, one of the main videos, he said, you should only drink Gatorade when you're working out for hours. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing hours of physical activity, you're mowing the lawn for hours, you're outside for hours. But if you're just going to the gym for a quick 20-minute, 30-minute hour workout, you don't need Gatorade. All that glucose and sugar is not good for you. You know what I'm saying? You truly should just get water, you know? And you know,
sodium and everything, yeah.
Yeah, you know, and I was a Gatorade king. Like, after a hard work shoot out to the field, when I leave the kids to the field, my first thing is go grab a Gatorade. And now I'm like, do I need this Gatorade now? Or do I just need water to rehydrate myself, you know?
I mean, since I was a nutritionist for a little bit, like, especially for the last year of working out, I don't use pre-workout.
None of that stuff.
I mean, rarely, very rarely, I'll use pre-workout or protein powder. It's just the diet and just drink water. That's all you need. And I mean, the only reason I would probably see to use Gatorade is if you go to like the sauna after your hour workout, because you're sweating out all of that stuff.
Sugar, yeah.
But like other than that, like I don't think you really need it at all.
Yeah.
Because you just need a good balanced diet, and that's how you grow and stay fit.
Yeah, no, and that's how I feel. It was like, wow, I thought this is something that, you know, sponsored by athletes. You know, Florida Gators created this for this. You know, like you need this to be a workout king or to be a good athlete. Yeah, but it's not, you know. So I find that weird. And, you know, that just probably leads to a lot of foods and stuff like that I had to unlearn and relearn. Like, I was a sausage king, pause.
Good pause, bro.
Yeah, pause, my bad. You know, no disrespect out there, but I love bacon, sausage, ham. You know, I love my swine. And then I'm starting to realize that that's not good for me. You know what I'm saying? Eating sausage every single morning for breakfast is not good for you.
I found in your foodstuffs for that.
And you feel the difference a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
So that's me right there. But, yeah. What about you, bro?
I'll probably, I could go like two things, I guess. One, stop mashing in video games. Like
button mashing.
Yeah, button mashing. Just like, because I'll get my ass worked in DBZ just because I'm like just trying to like mash my way through. But like I had to unlearn that of like feeling so rushed or whatever, and just like breathe and take your time with it, and then you can start seeing things.
Right.
And then I'd probably say like kind of like a serious note, not being so want to say it, like, not being so open to experiences, if that makes sense.
To not be so open?
Yeah, like to think about it. Because there's a lot of situations that, like, I was like, oh, fuck it, like, just try everything once.
Yeah.
Or, whatever, but, I mean, just to kind of, like, retrospect 2020 type thing, it probably wasn't the best idea for me. I wouldn't take it back, because I do know that now, but, like, it took me to go through those experiences to know when I should be divulging in certain things and not, but that's just some of the things I did learn, and then now I have to unlearn that to kind of get to where I need to go, if that makes sense. It was a time and place, it was a season for that, and now I need to unlearn that.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I feel that one. Okay, that's pretty interesting. I like that idea. So then, that kind of leads me to my next question then is like, what do you think the catalyst is to make us even think the thought that, ooh, I may have it wrong? You know what I'm saying? Or I may be thinking the wrong thing in this situation. Like, what do you think the catalyst is for things like that to happen? Or what do you think has to happen to make stuff like that happen? If that makes sense.
First, I would say self-awareness. And then also just understanding that there's different ways to do a lot of different things.
Yes.
Because then it's like, it's not even saying that you are doing something wrong by doing this. It's like, we're still meeting the same point, but knowing that something could be more efficient, or just recognizing that there's another way to do it, and then that your way may not be the best or the only way.
Right. I like that. What would you say, Rae?
I would say, it's kind of going off the same thing, but like, just like self-reflection. And if there's something that's just like really like weighing on you, it's like on your heart, and you're just like, man, like this just isn't working for me anymore. It's not efficient, or it's making me feel this kind of way like constantly. What do I need to do to change it? Is it something that's like inside, or is it something that I need to speak up about to somebody else?
Right.
And that's a good point too.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, how is it affecting me, low key, or making me feel about the whole situation?
But you also have to include like the other people at that too. But it's like just like those checks and balances type of situation. It's like, okay, well, what do I need to say? But then also, like, am I recognizing the other person's needs? Because if I just think about myself, then that makes you conceited and like, just very egotistical and stuff like that, to where you're just not seeing the other side, to where you might miss the outside happening that may get you to open your eyes about another situation.
Right.
But in the same regard as Rae was talking about, like, is it also coming from the inside? Do I need to speak up about something so I can, do what I need to do, or unlearn something?
Right. Yeah, no, I understand that. I feel both of you guys. I think both of you guys touch on it perfectly, because one of the things for me was always the idea of seeing somebody else do it different, and I think that what made me. That's always my first thing to make me like, oh, there's another way to make this happen, or definitely with a lot of books I read, hearing the same logic, but a different way of explaining it.
Yeah.
I think that's what really makes me like, ooh, I may have this wrong. Like, so prime example for me right now is I'm reading this book called The Millionaire Next Door. I don't know if you guys read it yet. I highly suggest it for everybody. Definitely everybody who wants to be a millionaire at some point in their life. But, one of the main things he said to me was, he ain't said to me in the book, but one of the main things in the book was, he just talks about our perception of what it is to be a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? We assume the millionaires are, Gucci suits, driving Ferraris, big houses, jets, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
A lot of these people are millionaires walking right next door to you. They bumping into you in the store. You don't even know that's a millionaire right there, because they're not flashy. They're frugal. You know what I'm saying? They keep their stuff low key. And it was like, it made me think a little bit, because it's like, oh damn, do I want this Ferrari now? I always wanted this Ferrari to show I'm a millionaire, but it's like, do I even really need that? Like, that make me rethink of what am I gonna do with all this money when I get it? You know what I'm saying? I know it's coming, but what am I gonna do?
Especially like working at the bank now and seeing like all of these accounts with people, like, and I'm not disclosing all of that, but like just to see the amount of money that some people have, and then they walk in And it's like, oh, it's not what you would expect, like a millionaire to be. Like you said, it's like, these people are just regular ass people, but they're just managing their money in the correct way.
Yeah, and everything's working out for them. And it's like, wow, I've been taught a lot of wrong things in my life.
Because it's like, I don't think it's the end result in that case. It's more of like the state of mind and the habitual type of thing that you do. It's the habits that you create that make you a millionaire, not the status.
I like it. I like that. And you got to add, Ray?
No, I was just thinking, like they say, like, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yes.
And, like, you really don't know, like, who's next door to you or, like, who you're walking into and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it's to do with, like, maybe, like, movies and stuff.
TV.
Like, their TV, movies, social media. Like, it's, like, this persona. But, like you said, like, what am I going to do when I have all this money?
Right.
And I've been thinking about that a lot too, because I'm really into like manifesting and like trying to just envision what I want. And I've gotten a lot better at it. There's certain things that I've manifested and I'm like, holy crap, it worked. Like, what? And someone told me, like, when you're wanting to manifest money, I know this is kind of going off a little bit off topic, but to manifest money, you got to know exactly what you're going to want to do with that.
Yes.
And it can't be purely for self.
Yes. Yes.
And I was like, that makes sense.
And that's so beautiful you said that, because I got hit with that the other day as well. Like, it finally clicked to me. It was like, I want to be rich, I keep saying I'm doing all this stuff to, it's like, I think I talked about in my last episode, don't do it for the applause, Let's find out that true intention of why we're doing it for.
Yeah.
Because, we say, I'm down here doing it for the kids, I'm out here doing it for the people, I'm out here doing it for them. But at the end of the day, you go home and check your bank account like, I ain't got money like I want to. So then it's like, are you really doing it for the kids? Or are you doing it for the money? Like we have to truly check that intention on why you're actually doing it.
It was, I think it was 2 Saturdays ago at church, and we had like a little potluck, and we was just sitting down talking and whatnot, and then 2 of my brothers was like, do you want to make it big, like with music and stuff like that? Like, would you sign to a label? Would you do a 360 deal to get where you need to go? And I'm like, honestly, no. And it's like, why? And I'm like, because I feel like at that point I can't make my art for the reason I make my art. They're using me to make the money.
Exactly.
And it's like, well, how are you going to get or like, what do you want? I was like, I want to send a message or whatever it is. And it's like, well, they can get you there. And it's like, okay, yeah, but they're going to get me there by not letting me do what the fuck I want. They're going to control that. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, I would like the money and it would help me get to where I need to go. But like, first off, I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for me and my purpose, and I don't want to just like, I don't want to, it's with so many other caveats that go into signing that deal, it's just like, I feel like I'm selling my soul, and it's not worth it. And it's like, they made a convincing argument and stuff like that, but I can say something in my heart just does not sit right about that, and it's just about the money. It is about the money, and like, I'm not going to work myself to death for the money that I'm not even keeping 100% of in the first place, that's allowing me to do what I really want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you're not putting something you're not putting your heart into, something that was your heart, and now it seems like it's a Frankenstein of a project now.
Right. It's a low budgeted quality of a human within that metaphor.
Exactly. So no, I agree with you on that one, bro. And I actually use you for my example throughout that whole episode a lot, because like 1-3 says it all the time, I'll drop my album when I'm ready. When it's done, complete, and I feel it's good, then I'll let it go so you guys can listen to it. But I'm not dropping it for you, I'm dropping it for myself. I want to make sure my message is right before I send it out there.
Because like, I mean, even now, sometimes while I'm listening through it, I'm like, man, I feel like that part's a little too long, but like, then I come back with the other side of my mind to get that, whatever the fuck's in my head about that. And I was like, well, this is how it felt for me. Right. And it would be a disservice to myself if I did anything else to kind of make it a piece to the audience. Because, I mean, yeah, it's for me, but for them to understand my story, I need to be as authentic as possible.
Right. I love it. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get to my next question then. Is going to be, so we already talked about unlearning stuff. What is something that you feel you need to relearn in life? something that you used to know as a kid, but you just don't apply it no more in life? Something real. I know, yeah, it can get real. It can get real in here, but what you got? Yeah.
Man, you just hit me right with the deep,
You know me, right? Man, we ain't want no punches in here.
I mean, I can go deep, but
Please do. Go deep. Dive.
Hit it.
So I've seen a lot of stuff, and it's weird, how on your social media, for instance, or TikTok or Reels, I'm noticing, and I don't know if it's because I'm more receptive to it. It's when you see a red car on the street and then all of a sudden all you see is red cars, yeah, type of thing. But I keep seeing things about when you were a child and you were carefree, mm-hmm, and you just had all the confidence in the world, mm-hmm, and you would just wear your rain boots with your freaking bathing suit and your hat and not even
and
care.
Your crown from Burger King.
Yeah, right. And it was fine and you just felt so powerful. And then what happens? We just get shit on and conditioned and your parents, your friends, your siblings, and just work and all these things just coat you in dirt.
Right.
And then you're gonna oh well, I'm still that girl, that little girl that had all this confidence. Now I just gotta wipe all this shit off me.
Yeah, fucking shine. Yeah.
Yeah, and just kind of unlearning the boxes, I guess you could say, that society wants you to fit in. For me, growing up, it was always okay, well, you're gonna go to school and you're gonna go to college and you're gonna get this job, and that's always kind of maybe my generation. I don't know if you guys too are kind of in that era.
Yeah, I mean, especially for my younger generation too. It's this still kind of applies, even though there's so much avenues to create money now, but it's oh, you better do this now, or why not just do this? And it's well,
and if you don't do that thing that society thinks is the right thing, then you're never gonna make it, or you need something to fall back on.
Yeah.
You need something to fall back on.
Yeah.
And I know there's a video, Nick watches it a lot. I think it's Denzel Washington. He does a motivational speech at the college, yeah, and saying that oh, you gotta have something to fall back on. He's no, fall forward.
Yeah, fall forward. Yeah.
And that's really stuck with me lately, because I kind of struggle with well, did I do the right thing? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went to college, I got an associate's degree, I never finished my bachelor's, mm-hmm, and I'm well, shit, did I mess up somewhere? Is that why things aren't going how I want? And I'm no, I just took a different avenue. Yeah. That doesn't necessarily mean it was wrong.
Right.
There's no just standard way anymore.
Yeah.
To live your life.
Mm-hmm. And you need to believe it too, though. That's because some things that Gerald says too is he got his degree and stuff like that, and I commend him for that. But he's the fact that you dropped out and still did what you had to do to get to where you are now, by trusting yourself.
Yeah.
That's something that they can't teach you in school. There's no textbook out there that's gonna tell you how to do that. Mm-hmm. It's all just a real life situation, mm-hmm, and really self-development type stuff.
It's I mean, to where it is now, society's conditioning you to appease to the audience. Yeah. Going exactly against what your last episode, what the last episode
don't do it for the applause.
Don't do it for the applause. Do it for you, and then that's how you get to where you need to go, and align certain things up for what's meant for you, not what's meant for them.
All right. I like it. What about you though, bro? What's something you feel you need to relearn?
I was gonna say close to the damn same thing, because I was thinking okay, let's self-reflect, right? Okay, back in middle school and high school, I was always just that kind of different person. I was cool with everybody, but I wore what I fucking wanted to wear.
You did what you want to do, bro.
Yeah, I did what I wanted to do.
I talk about you all the time.
Yeah,
well, my brother hella weird. But at the same time, Ray, he's a have his Game Boy, playing Mario. Go to a level and just listen to the music for hours. And
Mario, Pokemon, Zelda, all the music was fire.
Weird as hell. You want to play the game, you want to listen to it, but I feel it.
But you know,
It makes sense.
It makes
knowing
sense,
what
though,
you
by who he
do,
is now.
right?
yeah.
Like, it worked out.
And then I need to relearn that confidence without the arrogance.
Yes.
So yeah, I need to relearn part of what I had back in like high school, college. I need to relearn that confidence within myself again, and then just without the arrogance, because then that's kind of like what soiled my experience up in college a bit too.
Right.
But I just wanna feel like I'm being myself again without the outside resources and then like outside input, and believing in that.
Right.
Because I was a lot happier back then. So for what I learned now, and then adding that into it, I feel like I'll be at another mountain type spot in my life again,
Right.
and ready for the next tribulation that comes my way to make me learn something else.
Right.
You know,
No,
it's a series of ups and downs. But
I feel like, we'll see what life has for you.
Yeah.
What life has coming for you. So, no, I truly understand. I was thinking about this question the whole time y'all were talking. I still don't have an answer. But, I want to say, for me, something I need to relearn. I think I need to relearn I used to live by the, Shaq always said it best, Some people walk the walk, some people talk the talk. Damn, what movie was it? It was, you can either walk the walk, you can talk the talk, but the most people that are walking ain't talking because they're too busy walking.
yeah,
If that makes sense.
I don't know which movie, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but that's one thing I used to do when I was younger. Like, definitely when I played sports or anything I did, I feel right now I'm in this part of myself where it's like, I want to be seen. Hey, I'm here, I'm doing this, I'm doing a podcast, I'm doing a ref, and I'm doing this stuff. And I need to get back to the point of not caring if I'm seen or not, and just keep doing what I did, because when I didn't care, I shined in school, you know what I'm saying? On the football field, I shined when I was younger. Track, I shined. Like, I didn't care about being seen. I didn't care about who was at my game or nothing like that. I was out there to play. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who's there. I don't care who's plotting for me, nothing like that. And that's what I think sometimes gets me at times too. Right now, I get discouraged. Like when I go to trivia and there's only 2 teams that's there, and the bar is empty, and it's like, damn, ain't nobody here. You know what I'm saying? Or when I look at the podcast, I'm like, fuck, we only got 30 listeners this week. And I think I'd have to get to the point of like not caring, just do it because I want to do it and it's fun for me, and I'm just enjoying it and see what happens. But I think I have that theme back in my mind of, it's gonna come, keep doing it, it's gonna come. And I need to get rid of that. It's gonna come, and just keep doing it because you like it.
Yeah.
Just keep doing it because you enjoy it. Just be playing because it's fun,
I can agree with that as well,
Yeah.
because I kind of noticed myself like looking for that confirmation,
recognition.
that recognition. And
The
it's
outside influence, and it's really, I think it's something that our generation has like kind of like learned, because it's like social media, you want your likes, you want your comments, you want your views, and for me that's really freaking hard because of what I do.
Yeah.
Like, I market on social media for a company, and if I will think of this idea and I will think of this video and I will go out there and I will record it and I'll post it up onto TikTok and I'll just watch. And I'll watch and I'll watch. And I'm like, this shit should have took off right now. Like, why isn't it taking off? But thinking of it in a different way, like you just said, like, don't do it for the applause. Like, I think if I applied that things would really start to shift.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't be focusing on getting that recognition and that like instant like gratification, but just like slowly and consistently like building it back up.
It's also like playing into the idea like you gotta let the time pass.
Let the time pass.
And let things happen in the background. Because I think just today, I sent somebody my I was just showing somebody my music, and I was like, oh shit, I haven't like went on my like BeatStars page where I sell my beats in like a hot minute. I haven't uploaded to it in a minute either. And I was like, let me just see what's on there. And I'm like, I have like 300 something listens, which comparable to like what, less than 20 when I first started uploading like literally every week to try to get that marketing going. And then I left it alone for a little bit, and then I mean, look, it gained something. And it's like, of course, not something impressive, but like it just kind of further like affirms the fact that I just need to let stuff happen. Like, keep doing what I'm doing just because I enjoy doing what I'm doing, and let it just come on its own. I'm not seeking it, it's going to seek me.
Yeah, no, and I fully agree because, you know, like, I'm gonna use the analogy of my plant right now. You know, I got this little money tree at the house where it's like all I literally do is water it on Monday, and then every morning while I leave, I open the blinds up and get some sun, and at night I close the blinds up because I don't want people looking at my house. But you know, it's the idea of I'm not sitting there staring at the plant like, grow, yeah, get that leaf. You know, no, I'm just letting it do what it's doing. You know, let it do its thing, and every time I look at it, it's like, oh wow, you're a little bigger. You know, you got new growth coming. Okay, I didn't even see all this coming. You working over here, like you're getting bigger. All I gotta do is keep doing what I'm doing, just being consistent with it, man. So yeah, I think that's the thing that I'm really. Because when you just stare at something, you don't see it grow. You know what I'm saying? It's not understanding.
To kind of bring it into like a biblical reference too. It's like have faith that it will happen because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
Like, you're supposed, like, just to put it in a different way, you're supposed to pray to God and He will get you what you need, but have faith that He's just going to get you what you need and leave it alone after you did what you were supposed to do.
Right.
So just let it happen.
Yeah. No, and I agree with that. You know, we got to just learn to really have that faith and let it happen, and just know that we're doing what we have to do. Keep your hands moving, do what you got to do. But yeah, so that's what I would want to unlearn. I feel get back to that feeling of just being confident with who I am and just enjoying the life, enjoying the moment that I'm in at the time. You know, be present at what's going on.
Right.
You know, don't be at work thinking about home or the football game. You know what I'm saying? Don't be on the football field thinking about the podcast next week. You know, like just focus on where I'm at the time. So that's my thing. Be more present for sure. But cool. So what's time, bro?
We got 3-6.
Fuck. All right. So just gonna lead to one of my next questions is part of my next thing toward the last questions. So what is one of the best ways for us to learn, unlearn, relearn? Like, what do you think the best way is for somebody to learn stuff like this? I'm sure this is probably more of a personal question for you because everybody is different in the way you learn. But I don't know. I was just thinking about maybe somebody have tips on what they do to help themselves learn, unlearn, relearn things. No.
I mean, building the habit, but it's like then you could pigeonhole into another question. It's like, okay, how do you build the habit? But I mean, I don't think there's any other answer for that other than just like put consistent work into it, and it'll eventually just come out. Like, I mean, going into like just learning something, you just, I don't know, just try to do it. Just try to do it one day at a time, and then do it a couple days at a time, and then eventually it'll just kind of happen. Or like in terms of the gym, just forcing yourself to go however many times a day, like how many ever times a week you need to, despite what the fuck you're feeling.
Right.
Like, yeah, I feel like trash. Or this past weekend, for example, like Friday, Saturday, I went, and then Saturday I got lit, and I felt sick. And I went to the gym on Sunday, but it was less than 30 minutes because I just started feeling bad. But I went today just to make up for that because I didn't want to lose my habit for that. You know, just do what you need to do, even though you don't feel like doing it.
Get yourself there.
And that kind of works vice versa with unlearning things. Like, yeah, you're already used to doing whatever the fuck you're doing, but you don't want to change, but get used to doing what you don't want to do.
Yeah, exactly. Switch it up. I like that. What about you, Ray? What you got for me?
So, it doesn't necessarily, like, the word unlearn might be a little, like...
Yeah, what's another word we can use?
Difficult for people to, like, grasp or, like, understand, or it might just seem, like, so simple.
Yeah.
But then it's, like, not. So, like, rewording it to...
Like reprogramming or something?
Like, changing your belief system, changing your habit.
Core values.
Yeah, like, and just seeing, like, you know, there are other ways to think about things, do things, you know, like, we used to send letters, and now we send text messages or emails. Like, it's just, like, constantly updating yourself, like, updating instead of unlearning, updating, like, your beliefs, your values, the way you communicate with people, that kind of thing.
Rewrite.
Rewriting. Gosh, I can't even say it. Rewriting.
Because I was just thinking in video games, like when you save, and when it has that little loading thing, it's like, it says, sometimes it says saving, but sometimes it's like overwriting your save data, or like a file on a computer, overwrite it. It's like you still have the same data, it's just manipulated, but because it's manipulated, you have to redo the code to update it, like you were saying, to wherever you need to be.
I like that. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like update is a better. I think it's like a term that more people can kind of like understand. Yeah.
I like that. Okay, so that's how do you update ourselves then? I like that. So then my answer would be the thought that came to my mind is go back to the core of it. You know, wherever the core of what it is that you're trying to quote unquote update. You know,
and the reason behind it.
And the reason behind it, you know what I'm saying? Understand why it was this way the first way, and then understand what way you're trying to get it to. So, prime example, you know, you're in a relationship where, you know, all your girlfriends beat you up, so you believe that you're supposed to get beat up every time. So it's like, well, you need to go down to the core. Why do you feel that way? You know, so why do you feel you need to be in relationships like that? And that can go all the way back down to, well, it's how mom used to treat me, so I thought this is how girls who love you treat you, you know what I'm saying? And then now it's time to reprogram that and understand, like, no, it doesn't have to be that way. You know, there's so many other examples of the way it could be, you know. And that was just an example, of course. But that's how I feel about a lot of things, you know. Like I said, yes men type of people like me. I used to say yes a lot because I thought you had to say yes to get people love, you know what I'm saying? You have to do stuff for people to give them love. And then it turns out that, no, the ones that truly love you for who you are, yes, you can give your time and stuff like that, but it shouldn't have to feel like an obligation. It should feel like a gift. You know what I'm saying? You should feel like you're giving. You should feel the love when you give it to them. If you are giving and have a bad attitude when you're giving, you shouldn't be giving right now. You know what I'm saying? You need to take that back because all it's doing is pissing you off. So yeah, that's my mindset. We have to really get down to the core of what we're learning and unlearning, pretty much.
And focus on the reason why.
To understand the reason why. Because I think a lot of people, too, we don't ever understand the reasons. Like, people don't ever dig back to the reason of why they, you know, like, real talk, I have a lot of reasons of why I do certain things the way I do, you know, and a lot of it be like one-line sayings, you know. Nobody's going to do it for you. Pops. You know, and that's the saying that stuck with me for the rest of my life, and that tells me, okay, yeah, I got to do it because nobody's going to do it for me. Somebody could literally be doing it for me, and I'll still be like, nobody's going to do it for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like stuff like that.
Something I kind of want to expand upon on that, too. I think I saw a post today or the other day or something like that, and it was like, if you say that you don't have time for that, try rephrasing that as, that's not a priority for me. Mm-hmm. And once you say that and that does not sit right with you, then you need to do something. Or if that doesn't sit right with you, then you need to change it and actively put it towards it. Because you have time, but is it a priority? Be honest about it. If it isn't a priority, it isn't a priority. But if you want it to be a priority, then make it. Do it. Because like you said, or like Dad said, nobody's gonna do it for you.
Not anybody gonna do it for you. He'll walk in the house and you out there with oil and shit in your hands. Sorry, I had a lot of long nights in the garage putting cars back together, and school the next day, football practice, and I'm just tired. I gotta change the brakes in this car, and the brake would break, or the boat would break, or we got the wrong brake size, or AutoZone closed on this side of town, so you gotta drive the 24-hour AutoZone on the east side, and you know how it be.
Right.
Yes. So, cool. So let's go ahead and roll into our end game real quick, and I have one super random question that I think everybody can just throw in, no right or wrong answer. What do you think what is one thing that we all need to, that you feel the world needs to upgrade in, or unlearn or relearn, or whatever word you want to use for this idea? What is one thing the world needs to do? 100% your opinion, right or wrong, if you even want to answer the question.
You can go for the straight. There's a lot. But just try to shift.
I'm gonna go with something that they need to learn. It's just being fucking nicer.
Yes.
Just be nice. people act like it's gonna physically pain them or take something away from them to be nice to another human, and it's ugly and it's gotta stop.
Yeah.
Learn basic compassion and then unlearn conceitedness.
Yeah.
Because it's like the shit does not revolve around you. It really doesn't. Like, it's not all about you. It's about everybody and everything at the same time. Right. Like, yes, some systems just can't work like that, but it's the intent and the path that we're trying to head towards in general, which is make it a lot better for everybody. But I can tell you, even if that isn't a solution, but I can tell you one thing that isn't the solution is being a dickhead.
So every day.
That's not helping you, that's not helping anybody else. So just learn being a dickhead and learn some compassion. What do you say?
I feel, my one thing I feel everybody in the world needs to learn to do is just take a pause. Even if it's only 3 seconds. I feel a lot of people react so fast. You know, like they just react. They let whatever they want to say come out their mouth. Or, you be seeing people just go off rapid text and you be like, whoa. They read the text, they start going off. And it's like, whoa, relax, bro. Like that wasn't a breath. That was a frustration. Like you need to take a deep breath before you respond. Yeah. I'll be out there with the kids on the weekends. With the kids, I'll be like, Coach, take a deep breath and relax. Like, you being frustrated is only making these kids more frustrated, you know what I'm saying? You being mad and you yelling is only gonna make them cry and be less upset and not want to play no more. Like, you have to be your composure. If your composure is broken, all these kids is broken. So you have to, be the coach, take a deep breath, relax. You're not getting paid for this. This is a free game, it's not that serious.
I would even say, not even just with anger, too, but, with literally everything. Even if something's going great, take the breath to, realize it. Everything. Just take it in.
Yes, real talk. So literally, I had to do that to myself the other day. I hit my savings goal. Mm-hmm. First time in years, I finally hit my goal of what I want to have in my savings account. That's good. I was like, appreciate it. But it was like, I didn't really stop to take that breath to say, oh shit, I have this much money in my account. But once I actually did that, I was like,
feels good as fuck.
Damn, I'm doing pretty damn good right now. I'm eating peanut butter and jelly, but shit, I got all my money in my account and, I got a car and, I'm moving it, Mm-hmm. And that's going to be my next one, actually. Mm-hmm. So take that breath and then just be appreciative of what you got.
Yeah. Gratitude.
Gratitude is
so huge.
So huge. And I feel it's always missing so much. I tell people all the time, that for my Vegas people, if you feeling ungrateful or you feel like, I don't got enough or whatever, take your ass down there to Nellis from downtown and go ride down that street and go see how many people out there living in huts and living in tents and dragging their food and out there asking for money, and I bet you he's gonna bless you. You're gonna be like, you know what? I'm tripping. I'm mad off of nothing right now. Yeah. I'm mad off I'm eating top ramen. These people ain't got nowhere to sleep right now. So it's like, please, I feel gratitude would be breath. Take that breath and just realize how blessed and grateful you are to be alive. If you're hearing this podcast, you are beyond blessed right now. So you need to stop and take a breath and say thank you, because people out there, they don't even get the option to even try to listen to this. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the resources to even think about searching for this. So yes, please, gratitude. Yes.
When you're more grateful and you start looking for the good, mm-hmm. instead of the negative,
the good starts to find.
It just really starts to just come towards you, and it's really hard sometimes to have that kind of mindset. But I think at least if you're somewhat aware of it, you can start practicing it more.
Yeah, and it's steps, baby steps.
Yeah.
And if you need help in gaining that, go volunteer for something. Go do something bigger than yourself for another person's purpose.
Yeah.
I've been going earlier to church to help set up these food baskets that they do for this food drop that they do every Saturday. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about doing just more volunteer work just on my free time, just to do it.
And that's real. I am out there with the kids, reffing and coaching. I am getting paid, but at the same time, I'm not getting paid to give this kid some water because he ran out of water on the field, or give this boy an orange because he lied to eat breakfast. I'm like, why'd you eat? Oh, I didn't have no time. Here's an orange for you. Eat that real quick. Get ready for the game. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go. I'm out there helping kids learn how to run. We done. Field is closed. Everybody already left. I still got to carry this cart back, but I'm out here teaching these kids how to get your knees up when you run and jog a little bit better, you know. And I'm not getting, just gratitude though. I want to teach.
That's priceless.
It's priceless, It's something I can't get back, and I'm hoping it helps them out. So yeah, I love it.
They'll remember it for always. They'll be like, you know what? That one time when I was 5 years old,
this guy taught me how to do this, and it ran with me for the rest of my life. You know.
I was just cleaning out my room yesterday, and I found the package of like a couple letters that some of my students from my last job just gave me. And I was just reading over it again. I'm just like, wow, like I really touched something.
It can make you cry a little bit. You're like, damn, I'm doing this right here. Like, I love it, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I was like worth more than anything I could have been paid anywhere, to be honest. I was like, yo, I hella missed them. I hope they're doing great, and I'm glad that they got something from it.
Man, for real. And I fully agree with you, bro. I love it. But cool. So let's go ahead and roll into my. You already know our last questions for the day, right? So my last question, of course, is where are you still swimming to with your unlearning, relearning, reprogramming journey?
Updating. What's your passion?
Well, technically, reprogramming and updating, right? Because reprogram is unlearning, and then updating is learning. I don't know. Where you at your journey, right?
I think I would just say I'm swimming towards just like a better tomorrow. Like, if today wasn't the day I wanted it to be, like, guess what? I wake up tomorrow and I got a whole new chance at it. And that's kind of where I'm at, like, just taking it literally day by day. And just making it the best it can be, and not getting too down on myself if it's not exactly
the way you want
gone to plan or anything like that.
Keep swimming, please keep swimming. Like, I'm telling you, like the last 5 days has been like pretty dope, but just keep swimming, bro. Just keep swimming.
What about you, bro?
I'm just learning. I just need to relearn that confidence thing, like I was saying earlier, and then also just learning to. I don't know how I want to say it, like learning to be more authentic in what I need, if that makes sense. Like just being more just overtly honest about where I'm at and what I'm trying to go to, no matter who's in the way or what's going on. Right. And I feel like that also kind of naturally makes a boundary for myself in terms of like how the way I'm being treated in general.
Right.
And it's like, it doesn't even always have to be like aggressive on the bounce back. It's just like, yo, I'll make a joke, but it's like low key serious to make sure you check yourself. Like, this is where I'm at because I choose to be here. Don't try to do anything otherwise.
Right.
So that's where I'm trying to go.
I feel you.
What about you?
I think one thing that I'm always learning about myself every day, all the time. I listened to something today that she really gave me something that I need to work on today, though. So my mindset is I need to work on really focusing on what I want. I feel that I've always been somebody that just goes with the flow and knowing that I'm going to have what I need, but I really don't have no true, that's my goal, or this is exactly what I want, and I need to get those exact. So like how you were saying about earlier, you can get the money once you say, if I get this money, I'm gonna do this exact thing with it. And Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, he literally says that. He has a whole statement that you should write out to say, I want to earn $10,000 by January 1st, 2023, so I can pay these 28 kids to go to summer camp in Louisiana. I am willing to give my time, effort, blood, sweat to earn this money. I'm willing to work 10 hours a day for this. And he literally said you're supposed to break it down to that point. And then if you can break it down to that specific, that's how you can really truly manifest it. So that's one thing I really need to do is really get my true focus on what I want and learn to truly see it. Because I have all these goals. I feel I'm scatterbrained my goals. So I need to really just pick a goal and run with it. So that's
you gotta be real specific with your manifestations.
I know mine's everywhere. And something I've been kind of thinking about recently too, especially since I found like another note that I guess I wrote myself. I forgot I wrote it, but one it was like, yo, God, please give me like a better paying job and give me healthy relationships and things like that. And I was like, at least two years ago. And like looking where I'm at now, I'm like, that's crazy. I did my budget. Like I still have a whole another check to myself after this and everything. All the bills are paid for this month, and you know I'm actually starting to get towards wherever I need to go, and I'm having like better relationships just all around for me and stuff like that. But it's like to keep yourself staying in the present, because if you look too far into the future, you give yourself anxiety. Where do you need to go next? Like based off of where you are now.
Yep, next up.
And like, yeah, I do want to like have all of this other shit in the future, but like right now my main goal is getting a new car and then moving out, hopefully into a house, and then I should have like all the money and everything I do need, and like the habits of what I need to do to get to that point. After that, then I'll plan out where I need to go next.
Yep. No, exactly. And that's the thing too. Like you said, I have to put ultimate goal and then work your way back to okay, this is 10 years from now, but what do I have to do tomorrow?
Yes.
Or the next hour. You know,
because you still have to take it day by day.
I love it. Any quotes for us today, Ray, about today's topic? I know you said you were searching up somebody. I know you had one.
Oh, I did have a quote. It went directly to this, what we were talking about, and I saved it on my phone.
That's a cool phone case. I'll tell you that one. That's cool.
Oh, sure.
I am, so the pop socket's in there. That's dope.
So it was, I hope I don't say his name wrong. If I do, I'm sorry. Alvin Toffler. And the quote is, "The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn." If you don't have a strategy, you're part of someone else's strategy.
That's sick. That's deep, though. That was perfect. Yeah. That hit the nail on the head right there.
I'm gonna call on that.
Yeah, I was saying, I don't know if I want to talk about it. Go ahead.
He actually he's written a couple of books. He's passed, but he does have some books, and he was businessman, author, futurist, and he just like predicted a lot of crazy things that have like come true. So,
All right. Can you say his name again, please?
Alvin Toffler.
Alvin Toffler.
Yes.
So please go check out some books from Alvin Toffler. I'm about to look them up my damn self.
Yeah, we've got Future Shock, The Third Wave, and Power Shift are some books I'm seeing right now on
I heard of
Google.
Power Shift. I think Trip has that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So definitely some self-development to check out.
Yes, a lot of self-development. You know, I felt we gave you guys a lot of ideas today. We shared a lot of topics for sure. You know, definitely about learning, unlearning, programming, reprogramming, updating, downloading, whatever you want to call it. You know, pretty much just a lot of just learning how to change your mind at some point. You know, a lot of words short. You know, so Ray, I just want to say I appreciate you being with us today.
Thank you.
You know, glad to get you back on. We're gonna make sure that we don't make it 6 months again. You know, we get you back in here definitely for the year ends for sure. So we'll have you back for sure. Bros, I just want to say I appreciate you again for another great episode. The beat was fire as always.
Bless.
Truly appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
Of course, thank you.
Yes, Ray, always appreciate it. And then from everybody out there listening, it disappeared. Freaking out. From everybody out there listening, you already know this episode is sponsored by T's Max Production. Make sure you go check out the Chakra Healing Project. You know, use it to meditate, go to sleep to, just to drive to. Let's get our chakras strong, get our body back in balance, get our life in balance. We get our chakras in balance, we got our life in balance. We got to keep the flow going right. Hope everybody out there had a wonderful day, a blissful evening, a special afternoon. Check us out on Facebook, IG, TikTok, Instagram. Instagram or IG is the same thing, of course. Or you can hit us up on Gmail at jkspodcast702@gmail.com. Hope you guys had a great day, a wonderful afternoon, a splendid evening, and remember to just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Come on, Ray, you gotta say it.
Just keep swimming.
Hey. Catch that on video shoot.
Yeah, I wish I would call this video. My shit is gangbang on that thing. Just keep swimming, blood.